What's up, everyone? Eli here. I am today doing a kind of a, I guess you can call it a label spotlight video. Recently, maybe a month ago or so, one of my last videos anyways, you might recall me placing a real small order with Maggot Stomp. Maggot Stomp is a small death metal label out of the US. I don't know exactly where they are at, and I can't remember when they started, but they weren't on my radar at all until I think near the end of last year, mid-year to probably the end of the year. They just kind of were under my radar, I guess. But I heard of the label, and then I was hearing quite a bit of praise for it, and naturally I'm gonna want to go check it out. So what I did was I went to their Bandcamp page and just kind of scrolled through what they had. Most of their releases were actually sold out, which was frustrating and really cool at the same time. So I basically just took the first 3 releases I could find that they actually had in stock. I grabbed them, and then I listened to them quite a few times so I could at least talk about them a little here. So we have 2 demos and 1 full-length album. We'll start off with a full-length. We got Fluids with Exploitive Practices. This came out on, of course, Maggot Stomp in cooperation with Severed Records, as you can see there. So Fluids play a real nasty, I guess a lot of people are saying, and I pretty much agree with it, Mortician worship. Me being a giant Mortician fan, as soon as I heard that, I jumped right on it. One thing that's unique that they do, and they have the, they have the weird, the horrific sounding, sound bites, before some of the songs, and not quite as long and not quite as lengthy as Morticians. And how they do it differently is compared to Mortician using horror, like classic horror movie samples, Fluids use actual audio clips of people being brutalized. Some of them sound like they might be maybe the Mexican cartel. I mean, just from what I'm hearing, it's pretty gruesome sounding, even though you can't see it. It's super fucking unsettling. Yeah, it's those parts make it kind of hard to listen to, but I mean, not to deter you from it. I mean, if you have a strong stomach, you'll be fine. I think most death metal fans can get through it. But anyways, yeah. Other than that, very Mortician sounding, which is always okay by me. I don't know if they use a human drummer or a drum machine. It sounds more like a human drummer instead of Mortician's drum machine. But yeah, man, if you like Mortician, definitely check out Fluids. Then we'll move on to the demos. We have, let's see, what's this one called? Inoculation with Anatomize. Sorry, I can't read or speak. Anatomize. In one of those cool, and I talked about this when I showed it last time, one of these cool single CD cases that I didn't even know they made these anymore. You saw these a lot in the 90s when you went to a store to buy a CD, and you saw a single. I used to have a bunch of Metallica ones. They're super skinny, and a lot of them you could see the disc on the other side, which I thought was actually really cool. So anyway, Inoculation, death metal from the US. Real sorry I don't remember where they're from or anything. I should have probably read up on that. Pretty good stuff. Kind of technical, not super technical, like you would expect from a modern tech death band. And they're never weird for the sake of being weird, although they kind of approach it a few times. They kind of it's definitely song driven death metal. It's not hard to follow or anything like that. It's just the riffs are a little more angular. There's a little bit more of a sci-fi feel to the songs overall, which is not too uncommon for death metal in 2020. Not too uncommon at all. But yeah, I like it. I mean, everyone's kind of over the last couple of years been talking so much about blood incantation, and I mean it's only natural to start seeing bands kind of take influence from them a little bit. So yeah, Inoculation, good stuff. Not my favorite. I actually prefer the next one a little bit to that. We have Unrurnment. I really hate saying that name because you can't say it. It's not a word. I don't think it's your mouth just doesn't want to say it. Their demo Spiritual Penury. This is also on one of those cool single CDs that they're using. Yeah, so I definitely prefer this one to Inoculate. Not that they're super similar sounding bands, but they do have some similarities, and this one's also kind of sort of in that older Blood Incantation realm. Starting off the opening song here gave me major like mid-era Morbid Angel vibes, and maybe even Mithras, death metal from the UK. I kind of got just a little bit of Mithras vibes as well, in the riffing and in the some kind of like Triassic Thothy sounding guitar solos. But yeah, I really liked this. If this band puts out more stuff, they might have more stuff actually. I'm definitely going to seek out some more of it. Yeah, other than I'd say they're maybe a little less spacey sounding than Inoculate. Is that what they're called? Inoculation. A little bit less spacey, a little bit less sci-fi sounding, but still, they kind of have that cosmic-y, Morbid Angel, and like I said, even maybe a little bit of Mithras-y sound, but not quite as cosmic-y as Mithras would be. But yeah, real good stuff. Young band, like I said, I don't remember if they have anything else out. If they do, I'm gonna go track it down soon and order it. If they don't, I'm gonna keep my eye out for more stuff from them. This also came out on Maggot Stomp and cooperation with Severed Records as well. So I don't know if Maggot Stomp have some kind of like a partnership with Severed Records, or is it just coincidence, for those two releases? But yeah, they seem to be on just on a roll. I've never seen a label kind of jump to the forefront so quick. It's like I didn't even know who they were, and boom, they're already like, as soon as I discover them, they've already like kind of blown up. So I hope they can continue hopefully they continue that and have many years of success. And it's definitely not an easy thing to start a label, in 2019 or whatever, and be so much in the forefront. There's probably a lot of smaller labels that are kind of jealous of the leaps that they've made. But anyways, like I said, good for them. It's awesome. Keep up the good work, guys. I definitely would recommend ordering from them. Their prices are super reasonable on their stuff. The shipping was reasonable. The speed of shipping was reasonable. I have only good things to say about the label so far. And like I said, as soon as I can afford it, I'm going to definitely place another order with them. So yeah, check out Maggot Stomp Records. Check out the Fluids full length. If you like Mortician, check out the Unrurnment demo. If you like mid-era Morbid Angel and Mithras. And check out Inoculation if you like the more spacey sci-fi-ish death metal. And they have a lot of other stuff. When I placed my order, they were out of stock on a lot of things, but I believe he has restocked some of his stuff. So just see what he's got and maybe pick a couple like I did and just take a gamble on it. I think it's kind of fun that way, anyways. Like I did not listen to any of these bands prior to buying. I just kind of went old school, and like I said, his prices are cheap enough to where you can do that. So definitely can respect the affordability. So anyways, have you guys heard any of those three albums? Or are you familiar with Maggot Stomp? Let me know. We'll talk about it. And yeah, that's all I got for now. Thanks for stopping by. We'll talk soon. Cheers.